Hey, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Tim, and this is the Timo Show, where I bring you guys along on my journey to being self-employed. Now, I do that several different ways. One way is I have a vending machine business, I have a YouTube business, and I have a painting business. And today, you guessed it, I'm going to show you guys how I made money painting a house. So stick around and don't go anywhere. So this is just a real quick project. I brought in, the boys for some help. I'm gonna try to knock it out today. But yeah, we're gonna go down the sideway here. Everything's going dark brown. The client hired us to do, he did all the trim that he could reach himself, but he wanted some help for the gutters and stuff. So I'm sorry if I'm pretty tired. I actually worked last night. I worked a double shift yesterday. Worked 16 hours. Had to work in San Francisco at night at a Chase Bank, and didn't get home till 3 a.m. so right now it's about 10. So we got some sleep. There's a dog. What's up, doggets? That's the doggets. All right, so we're on the backside, and I'm going to show you guys kind of better angles. Okay, guys, I'm going to spare you the dog barking in the background, and we're just going to go ahead and do a little commentary narration job. So we got to paint all the trim here, and that's all of this white gutters here. Some people call them rain troughs or gutters, but we call them gutters. So they're going brown, which means that we're going to have to do 2 coats. Now, there's a couple of different options. We could have chose to spray them. But however, this particular project, like I just said in the beginning, is just got hired to paint the trim and not the body color. So like spraying, you're kind of taking a risk. If you were to spray those gutters, which you totally could, you could put some cardboard shields inside of the gutters and shoot it with a fine finish tip and use an airless sprayer. But we chose to do it by hand because we didn't want to jeopardize getting any overspray onto the house, because then we would have to, potentially paint the house. And there's a lot of prep, and it was super windy. So all of those factors being considered, we decided to go ahead and do it by hand. We wanted to knock this out in one day because we had a couple more projects coming up, and we didn't really have time to spend too much time on this project. So we allotted 8 hours for the project. I got the job through word of mouth. It was a $500 job. We had one guy there for a few hours. He went around and did a little bit of the prep work, got the drops on the ground, filled some holes, did some caulking and things like that. As far as the painting goes, that was left to Chris and myself, and we went ahead and knocked it out. So I like getting little ladder shots anytime I can get a chance here. I got a buddy, Justin, from Forever Self-Employed. He has a YouTube channel. It's a pressure washing channel, and that guy never leaves the ground. Every time he sees me on a ladder, he's like, nope. But I gotta be honest, being on a ladder doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. I actually don't mind being on a ladder. Sometimes, if you're on a ladder and you're wearing like skate shoes, like Vans, and you're not wearing boots, your feet definitely get fatigued from being on a ladder if you're on a ladder like all day long. But this part of painting, just running a brush, running like a weenie roller, but mostly just running a brush, being on a ladder. I got my headphones are in. I got either like a podcast playing or some music playing. And honestly, I love it. I love changing colors, like the instant satisfaction. You're rolling on the paint, and you got to come back and do the second time. The second time isn't always as satisfying, but it is satisfying because you see it getting complete. You see that light first coat where you can still see the color behind it, and once you put that second coat on and it just looks nice and solid, I really do. I know it sounds cheesy, but I enjoy it. Now there's a lot of hard work to get to the phase where you're actually allowed to paint, like to the paint phase. There's a lot of work ahead of that, but this job, that was minimal. We came in, we pressure washed, give it a light sanding and a wipe down certain areas, and you just go ahead and start painting. The paint that we used, it was a Behr paint. It was a Home Depot paint, I think. Either Home Depot or Lowe's, I forget. One of them carries like Behr, and the other one carries like Valspar. So I think it was a Behr paint, and it was an exterior satin. 2 coats. Hardly ever do you get away with 2 coats, especially doing a dark color over the white color. So speaking of 2 coats, I'm not really showing you guys the change here because I realize you're not going to see a drastic change on the second coat, but I did want to show that it is important to do a second coat. So I had a couple questions for people asking me, why am I putting the paint videos up on my channel? Well, here's the thing, guys. As I started this channel to show people that you don't have to have a boss, you don't have to have a real job. Growing up, I was often told by my parents and stuff, and they just wanted the best for me, but they would tell me you need to get a real job. But I was always out there hustling, and making money. And I just wanted to like show, you know, I've been doing it for this long, and you could do it. You don't have to have a boss. If you got the drive, the motivation, and a positive mindset, you can get out there and make it happen. So if you guys like this video, I appreciate you guys sticking around this long. Please give me a thumbs up. Leave me some in the comments like Zelda's cute. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.